5 games dot the Patriot League Week 7 football schedule, including a pair of league games that will kick off at 1 p.m. Number 10 Lehigh and Georgetown will open their Patriot League seasons on Saturday with a rematch of what was essentially the Patriot League championship game last November. Lehigh won that game 34-12 to secure its second straight title and the 11th win over the Hoyas in league play. The Mountain Hawks enter Saturday's game with a 6-0 record and a 15-game regular season winning streak that ranks number 1 in the NCAA. Lehigh quarterback Michael Colvin has accounted for 14 touchdowns, including 8 through the air. Lehigh wideout Ryan Spadola also leads the league with 34 receptions for 476 yards and a touchdown. Georgetown linebacker Robert McCabe leads the nation with 83 tackles. The Colgate Raiders will also open their Patriot League season this weekend, hosting Holy Cross, a team that defeated Bucknell in its league opener last week. Colgate is looking to win its 4th opener in the last 5 years, while Holy Cross is looking to start 2-0 in league play for the 7th time in the last 8 seasons. Raiders running back Jordan McCord leads the Patriot League with 683 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. And Holy Cross coach Tom Gilmore isn't surprised that Colgate has found the replacement for current Kansas City Chiefs running back Nate Eaches.
And they've always had this tradition of great tailbacks at Colgate, and this year is no exception. McCord is a player, the running back, who is so versatile, so athletic, that they actually used as a safety last year primarily when they had Eaches back for his final year. So they moved him to help the defense, and it's very rare a player can be that good on both sides of the ball, and he's just that kind of athlete. What makes him especially difficult is he's got a great quarterback in the backfield with him who's a dual threat, and they run the shotgun option offense, but they also have a power game out of it as well. So they present some very unique challenges to a defensive unit, and it's something that we're going to have to play a physical game against them, but we're also going to have to play our best assignment football.
Lafayette will look to end a 2-game losing streak when it travels to Yale, a team that the Leopards have beaten 2 times in a row. Lafayette enters Saturday's game at 3-2 after dropping a pair of games to Robert Morris and Princeton. The Leopards' offense has been led by wide receiver Mark Ross and running back Mark Sherman. Ross is among the league leaders in receptions with 26 for 381 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yale enters the game having given up 36.8 points per game, but Lafayette coach Frank Tavani warns fans not to put too much into that statistic.
Somebody has said to me already about all the points that's been scored, against Yale and all this. All that means nothing to me. The only thing means to me is when I look at that film and I can tell what kind of football team they are, and I can tell you, this football team, like us, has done some self-inflicted wounds to themselves, and they're a good football team. Whether the running back plays or not, they still do enough things that are going to give you problems. They're very similar to Princeton with their offense, and very much like Harvard, as you would suspect. The coach was at Harvard a good while, and you can see similarities to Harvard's defensive personality as well as their offensive personality. And I'm sure they're looking at how effective Princeton was against us with a similar offense, so I'm sure they're licking their chops up there.
Lafayette's game versus Yale will be one of 3 early kickoffs starting at noon. Colgate and Holy Cross and Lehigh and Georgetown will both kick off at 1 p.m. In other Patriot League action, Bucknell will travel to number 21 Harvard for a 3:30 p.m. start, while Fordham will have a tough road game against FBS opponent number 20 Cincinnati at 7 p.m. For all the scores and highlights from Saturday's game, tune into Patriot League Roundup on Monday afternoon.